Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. I decided I'm going to do a little what I eat in a day while I'm back at home. Also today I thought I would focus on kind of the pros and cons of tracking, as often a lot of people question whether they should track what they eat, how they kind of go about it, whether it's for them, how to do it and all that kind of stuff. So I thought in this video, as it's quite a controversial topic, some people love it and get on well with it, others really don't. I thought I'd sort of cover the pros and the cons of it to decide whether it's for you, whether it's something you should be doing, or whether it's something that you really don't need to pay any attention to. So I will get onto that in a bit. I'm gonna head down and get some breakfast though first, and then once I'm all ready for the day, I will get right into the pros and cons of tracking. So I also just got sidetracked. There was someone just running down the street. Oh, he's going back again. It just distracted me. I just saw someone run past and then they kind of disappeared somewhere and now they're gone back again. Anyway, I'm gonna go get breakfast. So even though Easter's over, we've still got hot cross buns left. So I've currently got one in the toaster, and I don't normally actually toast it. I normally just put it in the microwave and heat it up, and I know, oh there we go, it's supposed to be toasted. So I'm giving it a go today. I'm gonna put some flora on it. Obviously it's easier to spread when it's hard to get out the toaster, it's a bit small. It's easier to spread when it's a bit crunchier, but give that a go. I'm also then gonna have some of the Outpro skier style yogurt. I think it's also called the Greek style yogurt in the UK anyway. And then have that with, what fruit have we got? Some blueberries, I think, is the only fruit that we've kind of got. I used up the strawberries, so yeah, I'm gonna have some of that with some blueberries on the side as well. I'll give you my verdict on the toasted bun. I don't know if I prefer it or not. It's nice, but I don't know if I prefer it any more to normal, to be honest. I do the combination of both techniques. I think sometimes I'll do it just heated up and other times I'll bother toasting it. I've now had my shower and got all ready for the day, so I just thought I would quickly get into talking about tracking your food, tracking your macros, tracking your calories, and all the pros and cons of it. So hopefully if it's something that you're currently debating doing, or something that you do or something that you don't do, it kind of gives a little bit of clarification as to why you shouldn't do it. So I guess one of the first pros is that it lets you kind of know more or less the exact makeup of your meal in terms of your macronutrients. So that's like your protein, your fat, your carbohydrates, and your energy. So you know more or less exact. I'm saying exactly because it's virtually impossible to calculate to the exact value everything that's on your plate. There's someone drilling something in the street, so I hope you can't hear that too much. But it does let you kind of have a rough idea of what's on your plate, what you're putting into your body, which can be useful in certain situations. So it gives you some kind of control over what you're having and lets you have more of an insight into what you're having as well. So it could highlight points of things that you maybe want to increase in your diet or things that you want to reduce in your diet as well. And with that said, it therefore can be a useful tool for helping you reach certain goals. So whether that is building muscle, losing fat, whatever it may be, knowing kind of the nutrient composition and the energy density of the food will help you work towards those goals, as certain macronutrient breakdowns will be more useful for those goals, and also obviously a calorie surplus or deficit as well will help you with your goals too. And kind of as I was saying before, it helps you create kind of a greater awareness of the foods you're eating. So it lets you sort of check in that you're frequently eating things like whole foods and plenty of fruit and veg, and you're getting in lots of whole grains, and you're having lots of high fiber foods. It kind of brings your attention more to the nutrient composition of your meals and the types of foods you're putting into your body, and what you're having more of and what you're having less of. So it can be useful for pinpointing the things that you may need to work on or may want to alter in your diet as well. However, one of the cons is that it can become obsessive. You can start just seeing food as a number. You can start forgetting about other sort of nutrients in the food, like your micronutrients, for example. So your vitamins, your minerals. You may just start looking at the food as a number, and for example, 30 calories of something versus 30 calories of something else may not be equal. One food may be sort of a portion of fruit or veg, another food may be a bit of chocolate. While both are great to have as part of your diet, they will both offer different things in terms of their micronutrient content and also their macronutrient content as well. So just looking at something in terms of the numbers isn't always great, and it can become obsessive and make you restrict yourself as well. So further kind of touching on that, it may be restrictive from a point of view of it means that you have too much control of everything you eat, meaning that eating out may become harder. If something is offered to you kind of out of plan or out of what you're used to having or out of your calorie window, you may refuse to have it, and you may not enjoy food as much anymore because you'll have these restrictions and these boundaries placed around it. And therefore as well, it may lead to the development of an unhealthy relationship with food, where you do just see it as the numbers, and you do begin possibly restricting yourself or restricting certain food types that you see yourself as not being allowed to have if you draw too much attention to your food. And a lot of your thought time will be taken up with thinking about what you're going to have, how much is in something, and it's very time consuming. So you might just simply not have the time. You may want to therefore take more of an approach where you have a rough estimate of what you're having without having to sit and specifically calculate everything and without having to measure everything out, because that can be tiring and time consuming. Or you may just want to take more of an intuitive approach to eating, where you just listen to your body cues, make sure you generally follow the sort of the healthy eating principles, where you get lots of fruit and veg, you get lots of whole grains, and you have sources of protein with your meals, you have some healthy fats, and you eat when you're hungry, you stop eating when you're full. And that may just be more of a time efficient, healthier approach for you. And I'd say definitely tracking what you eat. If you have a history of any kind of eating disorder or becoming obsessed with food, or have had it in the past where you've sat and maybe counted your calories and that's massively controlled and affected your day and your life, and you've had any kind of unhealthy relationship with food in the past, then tracking possibly isn't something for you, because it probably, not all the time, some people are fine with it and they can find a healthy relationship with it, but it's more likely that you'll fall back into old habits and that you'll soon become obsessed with it and it'll soon become a restrictive tool. And with that all said, hopefully that's clarified kind of some of those points for you and kind of helped you decide a little bit of why it might be useful, when you might want to use it, and if it's right for you as well. With that all said, I need to get on with some revision now, because yeah, I didn't quite finish all the revision that I went to yesterday. I just had enough of it, to be honest, and I was just reaching a point where I wasn't focused on it anymore. So I've got a little bit extra to do today compared to what I was originally planning on doing, but hopefully I'll get through it faster than I'm thinking I will. I'm also having a rest day today, so it means I've got more time to get through revision as well. And yeah, hopefully I'll just manage to get through most of it this morning is what I'm hoping, before lunch. I've been sat doing revision for like, how long now? Maybe an hour and a half or so, I think. I need a quick break and a quick snack. So I think I'm gonna go make an actually make a smoothie, because I haven't made, my door's stuck, I keep getting stuck in my room, but I haven't made a smoothie in a long time. I was just randomly in the mood for one as well, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Wait, let me just grab my phone as well. But yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna make, but I'll see what we've currently got in the freezer as well and what fruit I can chuck in it. I'm gonna chuck in half a banana. I would normally use frozen banana, but I am not prepared for this, as it's not been super warm yet and it's not summertime. I always have bananas frozen in the freezer when it is, but right now it's not, so we just have to deal with room temperature banana, but that's fine. I prefer it when it goes like sort of thicker and creamier. I love like a really thick smoothie, but just gotta work with what we got. I'm gonna eat the other half of banana as well. I only need to see what fruit we've got. I'm hoping we've got cherries. We have got frozen cherries. So we've got our banana and our cherries. And then I'm gonna add in some peanut butter. Almond butter would definitely work better, because you know that kind of Bakewell flavour with the almond and the cherries. But I don't actually currently have any almond butter, so I will just have to settle for peanut. Don't know how well it will work. It might not work so well, but it will keep me fuller for longer, that's all I'm thinking. Can you ever really go too wrong with a bit of nut butter? I'm gonna add in sort of around a tablespoon kind of size. And the most important step, make sure you lick the spoon. And then I'm now just going to top it up with almond milk, basically as much as I can get in here. Now for the all-important taste test. You can smell the peanut butter. Maybe I put a bit too much peanut butter in. I can taste the banana, I can taste the peanut butter. The cherries aren't really doing anything. I mean, they might be adding a little bit of sweetness, but the other two are quite strong flavours that it's just kind of masked over it, and the cherries are literally just giving it a pretty colour. All the same though, it still tastes good, and I'm gonna go and enjoy this. Just got some lunch together, and 100 points for you if you guessed that. I've got hummus, and then just got some toast, pepper, cucumber, my kind of usual lunch. That's my go-to at the moment. And it has been for I don't even know how long now, but it's just the perfect quick and easy lunch. I'm finally done with revision for the day. It took a little bit longer than I expected, but at least it's done with now, so I'm happy about that. And I can now get on to, I need to work on a bit of Instagram content and then also try and get some editing done. It's already like nearly 4:30. I don't know where the day's gone, but hopefully I'll manage to, I don't know if I'll manage to get all my editing done, but at least some of it. And then, yeah, definitely writing up some Instagram content I can do now. So at least it's more of the fun stuff to look forward to now. Really? Are you ready for your walk? Are you ready for your walk? Where's Pills? Oh, hello. Thank you. Oh, look, Bailey's back there. Hello. I'm having an earlier dinner tonight as I've got a Zoom call with some of my uni friends, which will be good. But I did pre-think this, so I pre-made some pasta last night. I just need to heat that up in the microwave. It's literally a really simple pasta. Literally just fried up some onion, some tofu, some mixed frozen veg, and then made like a tomato sauce kind of thing, just using tinned tomatoes, some herbs, salt and pepper. And that is basically it. So I'm gonna heat that up, and then I'm gonna top it with a bit of the BioLife cheddar as well. I'm gonna grate some of that up now.
That's the thing. The puncher didn't